How you guys doing tonight? Welcome back to the RC bar. Today we are going to keep going on this Cougar. Uh, I got a little announcement later, but we're going to try to get it done. So I know there's nobody here yet, but we're going to get started installing the charge switch here. I've already done some previous work. I got a receiver installed on my Tactic. I got the HS81 installed for the brakes. So that's where we're picking up at. I've already also went through and readjusted all the control throws. So I'm going to start by mounting the switch so I know about where to start placing stuff at here. Hopefully people start joining here shortly. Ooh, flathead. To get my kit. Where is it? There it is. And of course, these screws never work. At least on my switches, they don't. Should put two in here. Of course, with the Phillips. Hey, welcome. I am getting started. Eating pizza. I'm jealous. Bring some over, would you? I just got started on putting the switch assembly together. I'm gonna try to finish today. We'll see what happens. Okay. Anyway, they drill a hole. What size do we need? 3/16. Getting started here on whoever just joined us, getting started on installing the switch assembly here. I just went and got a universal quick mount from Dubro. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna make sure we put the switch opposite the exhaust system here. That's where our plug's at. I think I'll go a little little above that. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate it. There we go. It's definitely getting close. I'd like to get this thing done so that way it'll flying weather is getting close. Supposed to be 50 degrees tomorrow morning around here. Definitely hot. Yeah, it'll be fine. That stuff. Come on. Yeah. Let's try this one. I'm gonna widen the hole out a little bit inside there. It's a little snug for the rod to go through. A little off. What the hell is going on here? I never had so much problems with a switch. Hey Chris, how you doing? I think Debro's quality control is going down a little bit. Maybe I gotta do a little pre-assembly here. That does not want to go in there. Yeah, I got lazy. I used to use a corded. I got my corded DeWalt over there that I've owned for a very long time. It's never let me down, but I got a little lazy when I got that one. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on here, but this is a brand new kit, and it ain't happy. And it's my last one too. I got some bits and pieces over here. I don't know if I have any in the sockets, so this one looks a little bit better. You know, I've drilled so many holes it doesn't they don't make me nervous. I've only drilled a hole in my finger once or twice in my life. Yeah. I almost think it's this collar that's screwing up. Let's see if we can get it started now. Just only got to go in once, right? There we go. Yeah, it definitely takes a little self-control when you're drilling balsa wood. There we go. Let's see if it works. It should be the battery side. Radio on here. Huh. It ain't moving it, that's why. It ain't moving it enough. Oh, excuse me. Still got that pesky cough. Okay, there's that. Yeah, that's working fine. Hey, it works. I got the brake on the slider. When we get to that far. Okay, happy with that. This is just the shot battery I use because I need to order some batteries for it. Okay, we got that. I think I'm going to start working on a throttle linkage, but I need to know which one to use. So that means I got to set the motor on. About Hey Cliff, how you doing? Yeah. Cliff is a legend, isn't he? Hey Perky, what's Teddy? Oh yeah, Hobby's on the champ. Okay. Gotcha. That's a pretty neat story. Them Hobby Zone champs for pretty good points from what I remember of them. I can get the damn screw started. We'll definitely have to. I'm not sure if I'm going to take this motor back off or not, so I'm not too worried about getting it all tight. I just want to get it set up so I can get the throttle linkage installed. There we go. It might have to come back out. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. So it looks like we got to go through this hole, and then we got to cross over the other side since I moved everything around. We're not going to use an eye rod anymore because, frankly, I'm just out of it. That is a OS 46AX. So we're going to use goldenrod to put it together here. They're great running engines. I've never had the FX in a plane before. I usually sell them before or get rid of them before I ever have a chance to run them because I like the AXs so much. Okay, so we should be able to get throttle and steering out of this one line. Yeah, I've had a lot of the FP40s back in the day, and those are good running engines until they're not. I had one new in the box not too long ago, and the engine ran great for one tank, and then it died. I'm going to get you down here so you can see what I'm doing here. So I am going to. I just did a video on these Sullivan rods, but a refresher course never hurts. So I just put a little flux on here. This isn't acid flux. This is water soluble paste. I go through a lot of it. I need to get another bin. You can get it at like Home Depot and stuff. Put a little bit in the side the coupler here. Maybe might have a burr on the end of it. Yep, it does. So we got to take one step here and tin the end of this before we cut it. You always tin the ends of these flexible cables before you. Oh, damn those. You don't want to goober it up on there, but you want a little bit, because then it won't fit in the hole. And then we can cut that end off. That's a little goobered up and it won't fray. Now it slides on. You know, it doesn't take much solder to solder these things on. Make sure you let it cool off before you touch it. It's gonna get hot. Okay, so we can take the outer sheath here. Biggest thing with these is to make sure you got good points of contact, because it is very flexible. So, you know, especially for your throttle linkage, you don't want it in there flopping around like it's, you know, too big for this hole. So we'll have to drill a different hole. Or maybe I'll just plug that one up real quick. Let's see. Okay, now I got there's some smaller dowel on there. I think that's quarter. Yep. So anyways, here's a little trick for you. If you got a hole that's unwanted in your firewall, basically just drill it out to dowel rod size. Of course, it's going to grab because there's glue in it. Okay. Anyways, drill it out, and then you can. Because they're always in a bad spot. So we'll drill it out, and then we'll work for depth. I'm just snipping on the bandsaw real quick. Not really anything differently. Just here, I'll give you a close up of this. So, anyways, I'll try to show you this as close as I can. So this span here is the sleeve where it goes into. I just make sure I get it nice and clean with my solder or with my rosin. So just dip that in there. You don't need much, but it's a good idea to get in there. If you're really worried about it, you can pre-tin. That's what we did earlier. I pre-tin that. And also you do that so you can cut it. You don't want to cut this braided because it'll explode on you, and you'll have to go way down here and tin it to cut it. You can use I sometimes use my Dremel to cut it also if you don't have a sharp pair of snips. So anyways, the biggest thing with these is not to put the soldering iron right here. It's to put it down here where the base ends. So that way when it'll melt the rosin out of there, cleaning the joint, and then you can just apply a little bit on the end. And if it melts this, it's going to suck all the way in here, and that'll fill it in. And I mean, you can't. I'm trying hard and I can't pull that apart. So a servo is not going to pull that apart. When you get into landing gear and stuff, you need to get into silver soldering. I personally haven't done that yet. So you will have to go. I would highly recommend go check out Josh Orchard's channel. He's just did a video on really heavy duty silver soldering and stuff. It's all basically the same. It's just different soldering units, and you don't want to use acid core resin on the or rosin on this because it'll just eat the metal up, and then after a while you won't be left with anything. That's the biggest thing that I know about it. I know there's a lot of guys question how to solder, and it's all about heat. Okay, so we plug the hole. Let that cure for a minute. But yeah, Josh did a pretty good job of explaining silver soldering and stuff in that last video he did. I think it was last week. Yep. Okay, so I need a drill bit for this. I remember it's 332. Oh, 5/64. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I got that in there, and then I'm going to just drill my smaller hole right through the dowel that I made. Yeah, he's for somebody like me, sometimes he's a little hard to watch, but I do pick up on some stuff that he does every once in a while. So we need to move this over. So imagine the receiver is going to go there. And I'll have to put a standoff there and there. Okay, so I need a small piece of scrap. This will work. This is probably my kind of favorite stuff, is all the little detail stuff. So I need a standoff for this mount here. So I'll just make one. Yeah, especially like the old school landing gear, wire landing gear that's got two parts to it. It's more about like Cliff said, heat and cleanliness is your biggest thing that you want to get to. I'll have to make another one for over there. This will work here. If you want to know very, very detailed information on silver soldering, go watch Blondie Hex. She's a machinist, and she will tell you everything that you're supposed to do. If you're into trains, she She's building a steam locomotive right now from scratch. And she shows a lot of silver soldering stuff on her channel. I like that. All right. Okay, thanks, Clevy. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy the sanding. Stay. My glue doesn't want to stick to the old wood. Where's my thin stuff? Right there. That'll help. It's just a standoff for. I'm trying to keep everything away here for the tank, and I got to cross it over, so I'm going to do it in this bay here because it'll come up to this point here. And then I'm going to wake some NCA at the firewall here because I'm pretty happy with where it's at. Okay. The biggest thing you gotta look at when you're trimming this stuff is obviously none of this is gonna matter a whole lot, but I want to give it a little bit of support. So I usually come about halfway out on the motor and trim it there. And this is nice and cooled down now. So we'll put our clevis on about halfway down. You can already see I'm too long there, so I got to trim some more back. Biggest thing is make sure you can get all of this in front of your sleeve there. Oh, hey, how you doing? That's no problem. We are going to try to go the distance today and see if we can finish this. I might be here all day and night. I might be here all night by myself. Not big enough. Just to catch up a little bit here, I haven't gotten much done, but I did get the off camera. Went in and put the 81 HS81 in for the brakes, and then here I just mounted the switch and stuff. I had a little bit of a hard time with that. And now I'm doing the throttle linkage. So, okay. What I like to do, of course, I ain't going to have any right here on top of my head. For over here, I am going to put a easy connector over here. So I want it to be a little long in case I need to do any adjustments later on, which I always seems like I do. But basically, I'll get a little rosin on my finger here, and then I'm going to mark it with the rosin so I can cut it. There we go. Then get my iron not fired up here again. There we go, she's shiny. It's plenty long enough. Okay. But this stuff does not want to dry on this. I don't know if it's a combination of dust or old glue or what. I'll probably drip some epoxy in there after I get it to stick. Yeah. Wonder if I can get a. No. Probably should have used balsa wood. He's ready for fine weather. Who hasn't quit flying? Okay. I like that. I need another standoff over here. Ah, you dang thing. I think I get it to stick and it pops right back off again. Not gonna touch it for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna go try a little bit more glue on that. There you go. Get a piece of scrap balsa wood over here. I'm sure I got a stick or something I can use. I think I'll just take this stick and put it straight across here. Yeah, we don't need to go that extreme. Other side, I don't have. Pencil. That'll work. Oops. Tried to turn the window. Sorry about that. So I'm just making a little standoff for that outer rod to sit into so it's secured. Need to mark where the hole at. In there somewhere. Hopefully this doesn't interrupt with our air launch throw. That would be a mess. See something like that. Yeah, it's going through there and it snakes over to the other side. Let's see how free moving she is. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Now I need push rod keeper. Probably got one somewhere around here. It's probably a little small. Big. There we go. Let's see how that works. Okay. Easiest way to take these guys off is to get underneath here. I don't throw this stuff away. I don't know if this is from a crashed airplane or what, but hardware don't hardly go bad. So you can slide your X-Acto blade up underneath here. Just pry up a little bit. If I happen to lose this guy, I do have new ones. New back plates. Nope, didn't lose it. Save that for an animal future. Okay. In my experience, you want about middle of the road. For linkage adjustment. We'll probably have to spend a little bit of time here adjusting this stuff later on, but especially like the throttle linkage. Then once you get it on, I just grab all the end and push. I don't like the metal ones. Okay, now radio on. Don't need a battery. No. I set my throttle trim all the way down to the bottom, and then I close the throttle all the way. That's my initial point for starting. Like right up there. That's a pretty decent arc. Well, we didn't tighten up on it. Well, what are we going to do there? Well, I'm going to run some extra solder across it to fill the gap. Probably do quite a bit of it. In there. There it is. So as it gets warm, you can grab it with a rag and clean the black up off of it and start over again with there we go. A little bit of solder on that. Yeah. Should be good. Yeah, it's just too small. So I think these are I think these are 2 or 632 threads in here. Okay, you have a good night, Colin. I'm sure they are. Let me look at my spare parts, Ben. See what we got in here for guys. That might work. Yep. Okay. I found a Allen nut that I'm sure that a little bit longer, get a little bit more thread engagement. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, that works. But we got a little bit too much flex in this thing yet. My standoff's a little too far away, and I got a little bit of blinding going on in the middle. It pulls it just fine. But when it pushes, see, you go real fast. That ain't worth a crap. Let's see how we're doing for full throttle, so I need a little less throw too. I'm already out a hole here. Further in I go on the throttle, the more throw I'll have, so I need to move it in one hole here. So back apart. Let's see what that does. This might help the geometry a little bit, so we'll try it again. That's helped a little bit. I'm still fighting a little slack there, so I need to actually add a little bit more nylon to it. I think I can get it across there. Nope, that's too thick. That's okay. Put a small piece of balsa wood in there. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I think we're there now. It's all this little crap that takes the most time. Another. Okay. See if we can full throttle all of it. Yep. See what that looks like on half trim. Oh yeah, there. Might need to go up one hole here. Let's try that and see what that looks like. It closed it up pretty good. Okay. I think I can live with that. I'll have to reinforce it a little bit more there in the middle, but that's going to be good enough for what we're doing right here, right now. Because I need to put or throttle or yeah. Okay. Work. Now we need to run. Basically, do the same thing for rudder servo, yeah. I need to get it mounted. So here's the old one. It's pretty not happy. It's seen a lot of abuse over the years. So I got one of these ones from Dubro, and it just comes like this. Now you can take this and heat this up and bend it where you want to, but I'm not very good at it. I don't think Dubro makes these, but These are just adjustable axles from Goldberg. I'm down to my last few here. I usually hunt them out at the swap meets. Just a little tip there for you. So, seeing as we already have a nose wheel with the perfect length, we can use this. Figure out where this has got to go. It's got a little bit of a burn on the bottom, but it ain't too bad. We'll keep the spring relatively flat. I should probably take the wheel off of it. We'll put a little scratch where I can get us a little closer. Probably in there somewhere. Oh, I'm already doing it backwards. This was like that. It goes like this. I think that's pretty close right there. Yeah. All right. And then the other servo needs to go on this side here. So I'll get my Dremel out and I'm going to cut this thing to size. I'm going to cut off one more Dremel. Oh, see you later, Chris. Hopefully that's short enough because I do not have a lot of room up here in this situation in here. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I think that's, like I said, I want to make sure I'm fairly close because this thing flew. That's fine. I think it needs to go up just a little bit. about there. Okay. We'll run with that for now. Wonder if I'm going to miss my old bolts. Yep, I will. Good deal. Okay, so that'll work for that. And then I need to get, where's the hardware pack at for that thing? There they are right there. So these wheels come with, or the new front axles come with hardware and all that to install them. I'm only going to use a portion of this. So I need to drill some new holes. 1/8 inch probably, but I'm going to start with 7/64. I have to make some room for the blind nuts too. Okay, let's eyeball this thing center. I actually got an old centering mark here I'm using, so don't think I'm doing this completely blind. We'll start with that. If I can find it. Maybe that way. Yeah. I'm trying to get the bearing as low as I can get it without. I'm still trying to maintain the height. I'm almost wondering if it ain't hitting that. Yeah, it is. Okay. What size thread is these? The old blind nuts are still in there. Okay. Ooh. They're in behind that block. Can we go any higher? That's probably for me to throw. Let's try that. So if I leave that way. I think I got it. Okay. Nope. Gonna have to probably wood screw it. I wonder if these will work. I got a bunch of them. Well, I'll be if anybody's been following along with the other builds, I ordered a bunch of servos from Value Hobby for the cap, and they came with these insanely large servo screws that wouldn't even fit the brass. They're going to become the screws for the nose wheel block. Because I can't get a blind nut in behind it. And they're actually tightening up. When only thing is, I think that's more than enough throw for that. And then I think, does that go in there, or is it this guy? Probably this little guy here. See if I can find it. That was that big. No. Okay. This comes over here. Hey. Okay. I like that. I think that's about the same height the other one was at. Might be. I'm going to go a little taller yet. Yeah, I like that. Doesn't seem like it's super wobbly either. Okay, let's see. That's pretty damn close right there. Pretty happy with that. So I'll take it back apart and cut the arm to length, the bottom. Time for a new blade. Okay. think I got some up here. Oh, the biggest thing with using these Dremel cutoff wheels, go slow. They like to explode. And you might want to make sure you got safety glasses on or whatnot. Now, once we get a little further on progressing in this build, I will take that and solder it to it so it doesn't move. I have had them come loose in the past. There it goes. Oh, I want to do one more thing here before I forget. I got room for it. Let's just be a bushing. I don't know. Will that help it? I think that'll help it. Anyway. There we go. So we need to make sure that's straight. Make sure this is out a little bit. Again, there'll probably be some fine tuning in here. Yeah, they're not fun when they blow apart. Okay. So we're gonna pull this guy out, and then we'll do the same thing we did before for the throttle. And that's got a big old mean hole in it too. Okay. You want your, on a track gear plane, you want your linkage to have some flex in it. You don't want it to yeah, I think we'll just go right back where we were here. Because if you have a bad landing where you porpoise or something like that and this hit first, it could take your rudder servo off. So you want to make sure that you have some slop in there. See, I use this self linkage on there, so I got some of that flex in there. I'd rather lose the ability to steer the plane than. I think we're going to do basically the same thing we did on the other one, just a little simpler here. I'm going to go right to the side of the fuselage here. Hopefully. This stuff does not want to stick. Let's start up here. Let's let that dry for a little bit. What else we got to do to this thing? Fuel tank. Let's see what it looks like while it's drying. Yeah. How bad's it gonna be? Feels pretty crappy. Hopefully I don't need a complete rebuild kit. That rubber is hard. Oh, rock. Yeah. Don't know if any of this is going to be usable. We broke that. And evidently, I kind of remember having a problem with the fuel tank because that's a brand new fuel line. So I think that's when I cut it out. I don't remember now. Well, at least it's the straight one, but that's supposed to be nice and pliable, and it's rock hard. That would have caused the problem. Well, it's going to need a new kit. I am going to take a 5-minute break. So if you guys want to go get something to drink or go to the bathroom or do something else for 5 minutes, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Let me go get a fuel tank rebuild kit. Thanks for sticking around. Like I said, if I built another barn, it'd have to have a bathroom in it. Make sure you grab one for low fuel. Dubra sells these rebuilt tanks here. They work on solvent tanks also. Actually, this is a solvent tank. basically gives you all the hardware you need to rebuild the tank. I don't need it that long, so we'll go with how long the old one was. You guys haven't, you can't cut this with a number 11. Light pressure and back and forth. It doesn't leave any burrs either. Okay. This goes in here. I'll put this back in here. Sometimes they're a little bit of a bear to get them in there the first time, but I always set my tank up like this. The feed line is on the left side of the fuselage and the vent's on the right. You guys can do it how you want to do it, but for me, that's what works because all my tanks are the same. And if I haven't flown something in a long time, then I don't need to question which side of the tank is which. Or if I'm putting a motor in a plane and I don't want to dig the tank out. Just like that. We'll make sure that this is nice and straight. Yeah, here you go, Chris. This is an old one. I don't know if that's a good price tag or not, but these work for Dubro and Sullivan tanks. I'm not sure if they work on, I'm not sure if they work on like China-made tanks, but they do work Sullivan and Dubro tanks. This is actually a Sullivan tank. I think this needs to go in. Don't rebend it. It was good before. That might need to get trimmed down a little bit. I want to trim this down just a smidge a bit. Chris Dubro also makes a fuel tube bender. I have one. It's around here somewhere. There it is. This little guy will save your butt. You stick it in there like that. If you don't have one of these, I highly recommend it. Yeah. And if you do order from Dubro, make sure you use Josh Orchard 10 for 10% off, and then Also, sign up for their newsletter, and they send out 15% coupons quite often. And if you order more than $65, you get free shipping. Yeah, I think I need to take a little bit more off. That's looking a little better. If you're going to order piecemeal, get it through Amazon. I've talked to Brian about that before, Dubro, and he said he didn't care where it came from because it always shipped out of Dubro. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, now there wasn't nothing wrong with us, but there again, doesn't come with a clunk, or did I lose it already? Probably lost it. We'll go ahead and replace the fuel line too over here. I probably lost the clunk already. Kind of a tight fit, but you don't want it going anywhere either. There we go. And okay, let's see how that looks. Look it up in the light. You can see the clunk in there, and you want to make sure you get it as long as you can. But you want to make sure she flops around pretty good too. Not too worried about straight down flight, but that'll work. And then put our center screw in here, and we'll be done with this part of the tank rebuild. I don't push too hard when you go in initially because you're picking up that plastic on the back side. So you want to make sure that you don't push it out of the way. You know, that's all there is to it. You don't have to be super tight. All right, is this dry? Kind of forgot where in the heck we were going there. Throw those away later. Okay. That glue is still wet in there. You believe that? You don't want to. It dried to my fingers, but it won't dry to the plywood. That's unusual. Okay. Let's see if I can get away with this. think I can. I don't need that much. I'll cut it there. I drilled a small little hole in the side of this fire former in here. See if I can get it through there. I think my hole is just a touch small. There we go. That will help that. That ought to keep that secure. And then I'm literally just going to run it right up the side. Now this is steering, so it's not that big of a deal that I might have to put a brace in here across there, which I could probably pick those two up at the same time. Okay, well, you enjoy it. Have fun with that. It ain't like what we used to go to school. So let's see if I can clamp it this time. I have a clamp. Oh, of course you'll stick there. Okay, I'm Chris. I'm going to be on for a while. You guys feel free to come and go as you need to, but I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. I would like to, depending on the time frame, get the fuselage done, and then get on to the working on covering the wing. I'd like to have this thing flying next week because I'm not going to be able to do a live stream next weekend. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the last one or not for live stream. So I'll keep you informed on the community page for that. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't have done that earlier. It's this rock hard in there. So I ain't super happy with the crisscross, but it is what it is. Okay, so I think this is our cut end. Yeah. So I am going to put I think I'm going to put a ball link this end. Well, I might not have enough room. I need to put a keeper on this end so my whatchamacallit thing will go on this end. No problem, Chris. You have fun with that homework. Don't think. I think I gotta get in my. There's one. Always keep your spares. Okay, solder. Uh-oh. Well, I got too much solder on there. That might be too small. Where's the other one at? I know I had two of them. Where's the tool at? I just had it in my hands 5 minutes ago. Right size. Man, that's awfully tiny for what I'm used to working with. Okay. That's too big, but we'll deal with it. It doesn't take long for this stuff to get hot. This is quite a bit the wrong size, but we'll fill it up with solder. There we go. That was the wrong size. I didn't fill it with solder. Oh, this one. I don't know what's up with that other one that's in there. That is some small stuff. See, how's this? That's too big too. Okay. Maybe it's just got too much solder on it. I think it just got too much solder on it. There it goes. Or it's got a bit of a burr on the end of it. Let's see if we can remount this one. That looked a little better. I'm getting in a dang hurry. I just ruined that. Well, at least you can see that it was full of solder. I don't know how well you can see that or not, but I need to start over. Even that's export 7. Moments where things don't go right. Let's cut this off right at the end of it. Okay, there's that. There it is. My luck's already changing. I found the right one. Okay. 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 I think I'm good. Yeah, it's still a little warm, but got it that time. Let's go ahead and throw our clevis on. About screwdriver. Okay. Let's see if we got enough room for all this. Barely. Barely. In fact, I'm going to take and cut a little bit off. Let's hope I can get this bag in there. Knife. There. Yeah. Now the fun part, hooking all this up. This thing is why the biggest reason why I don't like tried airplanes. I should probably. I don't think I got room to put a. That's probably why that's like that. So pull this out. My screwdriver. There you go. Are we still plugged in? No. Okay. Battery. I'm more worried about getting the rudder straight. I think that's it. And I am that right now because now the other problem is this arm's going to get in the way. So I can either flip it. I think I'll just cut it off. I know you can't see a whole lot of what I'm doing here, but this part of the arm is interfering with the movement of the cable, so you only need two eyes in there, or two. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. That's a lot of throw for that rudder. That's all right. Okay. We should be done on this end. And those that are watching, that's what that looks like. You can see how it hugged and it had glued instantly. I don't know what's up with this up here. It must have some oil in it. Maybe the fuel tank leaked at one point or whatnot, because that glue was still wet a few minutes later. So next up, we need another quick disconnect, but I need to trim the sleeve back to the firewall. Like that. I'll see if I got another one in here that'll work. I wonder if the ones in the metric then will work. I know they were pretty small in here. I might have used them all up already though. Move on. Screw on style. Okay. That's even a standard ball. Okay, let's see if we can. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. These came in an ARF one time. I never used them. They've been coming in handy ever since for stuff like this. I think I got to go into that second hole there, but yeah, I need to open that up a little touch bit more. It'll work. Let's get in there. Should have kept with the size I had. It's got washers on it. Pulls a little big, washers will take up that. There we go. Get all the way down there on it. Oh yeah. Piece of cake. This is going to be the hard part. There's that. Straighten this out as best that we can. All right. And then let's snip this. I'm not going to worry about soldering it because it's done. I probably won't have to. The cutoff wheel doesn't do a bad job. It doesn't fray super bad, but there is a little fraying there. And you would have a hard time getting that in there. Oh, so, hey, look, that works. There's plenty of steerable nose wheel for that. Okay, next, fun. Let's get the brake hooked up. And I've never done one of these before. So I have no idea what I'm getting myself into here. But I got the directions. I kind of have an idea how it works. I did watch the YouTube video. If some of you don't know, that's what we're putting in. We got its own designated servo, so we can. The idea that I have, I don't know if it's work hard enough or not, but asphalt runway out at Muncie and line up for the runway, activate the brakes, full throttle, release, short takeoff for landing. Okay, the directions are over there. Okay, figure one. So we have this guy. We need, this is the main job here. Right? I hope it'll work with this. Okay. Snap to strut. That's the main hardware piece there. Okay. We need to set this thing up like this. We're going to be a little backwards, but we need to remove one of these tabs. So there it shows right there which tab to move, depending on which orientation it is. Like you can put this, you can set duals up for main landing gear, and you can set one up on the nose gear. So front of airplane, it says remove the back one. Okay. We said just break this off. Okay. Slip the brake line tubing into the hole at the top of the brake mount. Tape the tubing to the strut. Tape non-included. Run the tubing through the aircraft as needed and connect the brake line to the down elevator. Okay. So we're talking about this guy here. So this goes down here. Oh, I gotta shut this off. Not that it matters a whole lot. Okay. So I think we want to go down through here, but I want to favor the left side where my servo's at. So another hole. So, oh, this is way too big. That'll work. I'm just following the directions here. I hope. They gave me another string. That's pretty far back there. Oh, yeah. That's plenty. Okay. I don't think this comes through very much. I think this is more of a guide, and just got to sit in there like that. But the biggest thing is let's make sure that we still got full steering movement here with it sitting there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so it doesn't really move any, even though it's behind the line of pressure there. So, anyways, we'll move this over here. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the steering linkage, and drill a hole through here, even if I got to enlarge it a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make it just a smidge a bit bigger because it's too tight. Okay. Got that. So, we're good. This is the other piece, and this does all the magic. And I do believe that you need a Dubro wheel to make this work. Okay, so that goes on there. And then these pieces are, there's many of them, and they're really small. It's almost like just a pull cable, like a pull, but okay. There's the spring. So anyways, how this works is here's the spring, and it's caught on that tab, and then as you pull it with the servo, the spring is wrapped around here. This is basically like an outer drum. That's kind of a, oh, okay, so it fits down into two grooves in here. They didn't say in the video it'd be hard to get on there. So kind of go back and forth and winding the spring on. There it goes. And as this will catch here, and then when they pull the servo up, that'll lock this drum up, and these little spikes are engaged into the wheel. Okay. I'll probably. Did I put that on backwards? I bet I did. I'm looking at this stuff upside down. Okay, so yeah, I put it on upside down. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. All right. Have any of you guys used one of these before? How they work? That goes on there like that. Ain't gonna take much throw to get that to work. Of course, under speed, you might need a little bit more. Okay. Okay. There's that part, and then we got this. Boy, that is some thin wire or string. Okay. I need to cut. Boy, if I drop that, it might be gone forever. There we go. I kind of understand what they want me to do here. So, there went that. We'll find it. I'm going to cut this short. For that. I'm going to go under here. Okay. How you folks doing tonight? Okay. Don't know why. One just glues, seems to glue instantly, and then the next one doesn't want to dry at all. Tired. Hi, Tom. Brakes. Yeah. Come on. It's sticking in my finger, not the wood. Okay, we're dead. Oh my God. I'll find it. There we go. Stay. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, we're gonna keep going here. I'm gonna try to get as much done tonight as I can. 2.5 hours now. It's almost done. But I dropped the main piece of the right down here somewhere in the Never Land. But this is where you find all your stuff that you fell to the floor thing. I heard it. I don't know where it went. I flipped it over. I thought it fell in there. It probably went to join because it's got a spring on it. Oh, we might not have a break. I'll order one. Huh. I don't know. I was sitting here. Let's retrace steps. I went like this, right? Maybe it's under the tank. Well, some of the gun. I don't have that much stuff down here. Yay! Anything. Okay, let's get this off. Let's put that on and not lose it again. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow, Tom. I'll call you tomorrow around 2. It doesn't work with this one. I'll have to see if I got a 2.5-inch wheel that this thing will fit into. Da, 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 da. Oh, got a couple back there. What size is this? 2.5-inch wheel. Yay! All right, so that goes on there, and see how that fits in there. And it actually sticks out a little bit. Okay, so it goes like this. It goes on there like that. Okay. But guess what? Does that fit all the way on there? I might not have enough room on this thing for the setup. That would bite. Yeah. Well, shucks. Could replace the arm. I don't even know if the original stock one would have been long enough. Where's it at? No, it ain't. They didn't say how long it had to be. Well, that flipping bites. That don't fit on there. I could probably make a little bit more room. I could. How big are these? Okay, so what I did, I drilled each one of those out so that way this would fit in here deeper, if it will. I might have just wasted my own time. I think the only way that I'm going to get this to work is if I get a longer arm. It's a cool concept. There ain't much you can do when you can't get a collar on there. I think part of it is I'm losing so much because of that. And maybe it's just not quite. I mean, it almost looks like I got a little bit of room in there. So that holds that away. Where's the original end gear at? Let's take this guy off. That's nice. That thing's been on there so long, it ain't going to want to just come off. Let's do a look-see here. Maybe it's this. I think it is. Where did okay. Okay. It almost looks like there's enough room. Squeeze that in there. No, it's just flush. So even though, what a pain. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research on this. I might have to try to bend one of these. Anyways, let's put the fuel tank in. Got that routed. I can run my string in here. Tell you what, only I'd want to do this twice in a week for brains. I hope it works good. Oh, there we go. Sheet is through. Okay. This, it attached it. Yeah. Okay. So I think they want us to put a crimp on this end. This is going to be far too long. So I think we'll just put a, just pull so. Yeah. Yeah, I know. So exciting. Watch me try to figure this out. There it is. So I'm going to do is loop this. This is the string. I don't know. It kind of feels wire-ish. I'm just going to run it through one of the arms out here. I can always dial in how much it moves through the radial. It's almost like pull cable here. A little lighter though. Okay. But since it pulls, I'm going to put it more towards the front of the plane. Yeah, that'll work. I don't think it's going to take much movement to get this thing to actuate and slow things down. Okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart. We got another one upstairs. And attempt to maybe save a little bit of money. Let's see what I got in my room over here. See if I can get something I can maybe modify. See one that's super long, of course. I don't use a lot of here pieces. Oh. Okay, sorry about that. I ran upstairs. I got this one, but I think it's too long. It is by quite a bit, a half inch actually. I I'll be right back. Okay, so like I said, I got another one, and I can always uh, order a new one if I need it. I don't do a lot of nose gear planes. You ain't notice. Okay, so we already got our thing set here. I don't know how well this is going to work, but I ain't done it in a long time. But I'm going to try to bend this in my homemade bender over there. Okay, well, you have a good night at work there, Reapers. Can't believe you got to work on Sunday night. Must be third shift stuff. Okay, so I need, I think, Mikey, where's my old one at? There it is. I really don't know all this stuff while I'm screwing around with it. And I'll say I didn't break it. I know what she's thinking. Close enough? Probably not. Well, maybe real quick here. There you go. Now you got it in the vise. Okay, so I need a way to bend this. I could take it over to the other shop, but I don't have that kind of radius to bend it. So that'll work. And that'll work. And they're going to be kind of too far apart, and I need to find. Oh, I know what I can do. I know what I can do. This is going to bring the whole damn thing over here. So you need a couple similar sized wires. That you just want it to hold. Like that. Uh, where's okay. See how bad I can screw this hard up. Okay, so it's not working for me right there. Hello. What?
Dinner.
Oh, I'll be all right.
Come on.
Will you go grab my phone charger for me, please? Where's Annabelle? Okay. Eat. Where is? Let's do a test run. Already got one. Let's do a test run here. Yeah, that's what I ain't gonna be strong enough. Anyways, I see a lot of you guys have left. I'm gonna keep working on this. If you're listening, I'm gonna keep working on this. But if you're looking for something to do later, I might come back live. So keep an eye out on your notifications. And if you haven't, make sure you ring the bell and hit subscribe. And anyways, there's the wife, and she's coming to get me for dinner. So I will. I'll see you guys at the either next weekend or maybe later on tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye.